with Hogwarts Legacy being a truly phenomenal and magical game that we thoroughly enjoyed here on the channel, and its success being backed up as one of the most sold games of 2023, you just might be sat there wondering like we are, will we be getting more? Well, it is highly likely that the wizarding world of Hogwarts Legacy will be expanding, so let's go through all of the latest news and speculation so that we lowly muggles are kept up to date. First up, we have some big news that I know a lot of you on the channel will have been waiting for. Hogwarts Legacy is finally making its debut on the Nintendo Switch on November 14th. Since its initial launch on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, and then its subsequent releases on PS4 and Xbox One, the game has earned critical acclaim across all platforms. But will that be the case for the Nintendo Switch version after more recent controversies such as Mortal Kombat's awesome Switch port that just looked terrible? Because the Nintendo Switch doesn't have nearly as much power in its hardware, the Switch version definitely won't be looking nearly as good as its now current gen counterparts, the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X, where honestly, on those platforms it's looking very nice and performs well. However, unlike those consoles, the Switch is of course portable, so if you're someone that needs to play on the go, then it's a perfect match. But with whispers of a more powerful Nintendo Switch 2 version on the horizon, possibly set to launch sometime in 2024, could we see a comparable version of Hogwarts Legacy in the future? Rumors are saying a new Switch could use Nvidia's DLSS and possibly compare to the graphical fidelity of the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, or at least help bridge the gap. But only time will tell if that's true. We do know one thing for sure though, it definitely isn't going to look as bad as the new official King Kong game, which, well, it doesn't get worse than that. Just a quick update, while editing this, there's actually been some official screenshots released of the Switch version in action on the Nintendo website. So with this, we can get a bit of a glimpse into how the game will look. It's obviously not going to be as nice looking as the current gen consoles, but that's to be expected, and overall, they aren't looking too bad, at least so far. And thanks to user Gets0410 on Twitter, we even have some comparison shots to show side by side with these new Switch screenshots versus the PS5 version. Honestly, I don't think it's looking too bad at the moment for the Nintendo Switch, but these are official screenshots, so they could be cherry-picked. But that's not all. While Hogwarts Legacy did launch as a complete experience free from microtransactions and DLC roadmaps, due to just how good the game was, fans are asking for more. Now don't get me wrong, there's no official word on any DLC yet, but history has shown that major titles can surprise us with expansions long after its initial release. For example, Final Fantasy XV took 3 years to launch its final DLC. One highly requested feature that many fans are hoping for in either an update or DLC would be a way to allow players to change seasons in the game themselves. As you played through the story, the game's seasons would shift, offering a nice different feel and decoration to the game's world, which really resonated with fans of the movies especially. Who wouldn't want to freely experience the magic of Hogwarts during its festive Christmas season or the spooky ambiance of its Halloween season without having to start a new game? And speaking of starting a new game, if you're wondering about the future of the franchise, whispers and rumors are starting to circulate in the Magic community about a possible sequel, with Hogwarts Legacy 2 supposedly already being worked on. The original game has now set a very high standard, so we hope that they will keep to the strengths of that first game to make a solid and fully complete package with any sequel that comes in the future. The success of the first game, in my mind, has basically guaranteed a sequel coming, but with the rumors going around that it possibly is already being worked on, it does diminish the hope of possible DLC or expansions for the first game, with them going straight into working on a second title. But if you are yet to dive into Hogwarts Legacy and you prefer your Nintendo Switch to play games, then you're in a good place with the release coming soon. That is, as long as it's not a terrible downgraded port. Meanwhile, for anyone eagerly awaiting what the future holds for this franchise, one thing is for certain, just based on the sales of the game alone, but also the rumors add a little bit extra to it, that this is looking to be the beginning of the resurgence of the wizarding world in gaming. I think we can all agree that Hogwarts Legacy as a package was delivered incredibly well. The game was polished, graphically nice, good gameplay mechanics, and was not riddled with horrible microtransactions or some kind of progression blocking system that forces you to keep coming back or spend money or anything like that. The story had a decent length to it, there was a lot of side content and exploration that could be done. Overall, Hogwarts Legacy is a game that I will remember and probably go back to replay at some point in the future, but overall it makes me incredibly excited for the possibility of what a Hogwarts Legacy 2 could look like.